Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Today is October 28th, 2008, approximately 4 p.m. Eastern Time. My name is Jerry First, founder and director of Investors Education Network, aka First on Forex, here with the market update. We're going to be looking at the Aussie US dollar and the dollar yen. By continuing to watch this video, you agree to the following: that this is strictly for educational and entertainment purposes only. Information provided is not financial or trading advice. Trading involves significant risk of financial loss. Only trade with money you can afford to lose. Do your due diligence. Please practice, review, and adjust your trading as necessary. And tune in to the live webinars coming up here on FX Street that I'll be broadcasting Wednesday. The FOMC interest rate announcement at 1:30 Eastern Time is when I get started. We'll be running from 1:30 till about 3 p.m. Eastern Time, and Thursday, 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time with the US GDP report on fxstreet.com, or just go to investorseducationnetwork.com, ienweb.com, and you can register from there. It's free. Tune in. Alright, now for those of you who tune into my weekly broadcast on FX Street every Monday at 12 noon Eastern Time, I did some analysis yesterday at 12 noon on the Aussie US dollar, and this is what the charts looked like at approximately 12 noon, and I was showing that we had the Aussie US dollar in a consolidation pattern of sorts with a nice trending support resistance line splitting the difference. What I want to do with the signal here is go ahead and just step through this here to show you that that support line was holding, okay, overnight. We went ahead, and what I was saying is that, look, anything can happen in a cartoon or on a chart, and so the concept is if we're going to break below support, I'm usually looking for it to go to these extensions, or if it breaks above resistance, we could be coming up here. The fact that we have this trend line splitting the difference on this consolidation pattern was quite interesting. So watch what happened. Price went ahead, it came down, basically solidified the support levels here over at 60.30, approximately 60.30, and went ahead and tested it. You can see right here, tested those support levels right there. And that's a reason why, notice why if you would have gone ahead and put your stops in there, if you would have been stopped in short, that could have been a little bit frustrating, because price did break below the support level right here. But watch what happened. Price went ahead, gave you plenty of time to go ahead and make up your mind if you wanted to stick around, and that's actually too long for me. And then price started to go ahead and watch it. Actually, these are the lines that I drew during my webinar yesterday. Look at price just traveling right up along that line. Isn't that nice? Comes back down, tests support one more time, and now it's heading right up. Notice it came up to this trend line that I drew, bounced down, testing it. Now it spiked through it. It broke through the resistance level right here, but it closed just below it. Came back down, tested that support, broke through resistance again. This is why sometimes what you'll want to do is wait for a second test of a break of resistance or support. In this case, this is the second time that it broke the resistance level here. And watch what it did now. Went ahead, still taking its time, but notice the trend that's developing here. You can see that the trend is obviously in the upside direction, a little bit of a trend channel. This is a 30-minute chart. Notice now the support for this trend line. Used to be resistance, now it's support. Breaks it, follows it, coming up, taking its time, but look at that spike. Came right up, starts testing this resistance level of this Fibonacci. Notice it closed right there on the 30-minute bar, broke above. You can't even see it now. This is actual live now. I'm at the right edge of the chart. You can't even see. Let's go ahead and drag these lines out. We got a lot of lines here. A lot of lines. Alright. Okay, so now you can see that price is continuing to tick higher. But the concept is, yesterday's webinar went ahead and pretty much I was saying that you know, the price could come down this way or go up this way. You never know. Never want to take a bias. The Australian dollar's taken its pounding lately, and so that's a beautiful trend to the upside there. Let's go ahead and pull out to the yen. And here, what I was drawing yesterday was a beautiful triangle pattern. This also was at 12 noon yesterday. Right here is where we were. We'll go ahead and we'll enter back testing mode. This is what the charts looked like yesterday afternoon. I was drawing the charts. I had support and resistance levels already drawn. I was talking about how this is a very well-formed triangle pattern. And then I was watching this over the night. Price came down, loved those support resistance lines that I drew. It ended up following inside this trend channel very nicely. Notice it came down, hit the support line. These are the exact same. I have not redrawn all of these other lines and arrows. That's still from the webinar from yesterday. And notice we're in the triangle. Notice we've tested above. We broke the triangle resistance level once, came back in, staying below, came back down, tested this support line. Notice that heavy horizontal support line. Okay, now we've closed above right here, and now look at that, boom, look at that spike right up there, man. Beautiful spike. Can't even see where, I guess the close is right here at 95.40, right on this Fibonacci line right here. Let's move this forward a little bit more. Notice how price is really respecting these two trend lines over here. Make that a little bit thinner. The price comes down, it's respecting these support resistance levels. You probably notice these Fibonacci levels holding quite nicely. Moving this forward, notice price just continuing to trend upwards now, and that's pretty much where we're at now. Notice this resistance level right here that was already called, beautifully held, and that's current price right here at 97.45. So that's a little bit of a replay wrap up of the analysis that I had done yesterday, and that's the follow-through on the price action. And so I want to go ahead and again remind everybody that we've got the webinar tomorrow for the Fed announcement. Jean-Claude Trichet, the ECB, the Bank of England, lots of calls for interest rate cuts coming up. So go to investorseducationnetwork.com. You can go to investors-education-network.com or ienweb.com. That'll all get you there. You can register for the webinars for this Wednesday and Thursday's webinars. Again, this is Jerry First signing off. This has been a market update on the Aussie US dollar and the dollar yen on October 28, 2008. My name's Jerry First on Forex. Safe trading, everybody. Over and out.